corporations, big media, and big tech to all buy into one hypnotized chorus. The Capitol protests were an assault on democracy, grounds for removing President Trump, and justification for squashing all those who dare question the results of the election, framing such questions as, quote, dangerous conspiracy theories. The reality? They are obscuring the following facts pulled from public voting records. Following facts pulled from public voting records. Following facts pulled from public voting. 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 Following facts pulled from public. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled from public voting. As an example, in Pennsylvania, Biden's margin over Trump was 80,000. Ballots returned before they were mailed, 23,000. Ballots received the same day, 33,000. Dead voters, 8,000. And an astounding 200,000 more votes cast than there were actual registered voters in the state of Pennsylvania. In Georgia, a state that no one in Congress seemed to take interest in contesting, Biden allegedly won the state with just over 10,000 votes more than Trump. However, the following anomalies are pulled from Georgia public record. Following facts pulled from public voting record. Following facts pulled from public voting. 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 Following facts pulled from public. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled and more than prove that there are more fraudulent votes than Biden's margin of victory. Dead Georgia voters, 10,000. Felons who illegally voted, 2,500. Ghost voters, 16,000. Out-of-state voters who voted in state, 20,000. Voting machine irregularities, 136,000. The list goes on, and have near identical numerical patterns in Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, and Wisconsin. All states President Trump held a strong lead in, but after mysterious pauses on Election Day, suddenly gave way to Biden. Following facts pulled from public voting records. Following facts pulled from public voting. 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 Following facts pulled from public. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled and victories. In sum, contested or questionable votes far exceed Biden's margin of victory, and these are numbers pulled from official state sources. Confirmed irregular votes in Arizona, over 300,000. Biden's margin of victory, 10,000. Confirmed irregular votes in Georgia, nearly 800,000. Biden's margin of victory, just under 12,000. Confirmed irregular votes in Michigan, over 400,000. Biden's margin of victory, 150,000. Confirmed irregular votes in Nevada, 200,000. Biden's margin of victory, just over 30,000. Irregular votes in Pennsylvania, 1.5 million. Biden's margin of victory, 80,000. Following facts pulled from public voting records. Following facts pulled from public voting. 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 Following facts pulled from public. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled from public voting. Following facts pulled. Irregular votes in Wisconsin, nearly 600,000. Biden's margin of victory, 20,000. The leftist machine demands that you believe these official numbers are fake, and that it is in fact the protests against such irregularities that are a threat to our way of life. Want to see the data yourself? Go to OANN.com for a complete breakdown and a full citation list. You decide. Chanel Rion, One American News, Washington.
Big tech giants are coming under fire for censoring President Trump, all while helping Joe Biden. Here's more on the hypocrisy.
Hiring tech insiders, Google, Microsoft, and Qualcomm are also donating funds. The Biden Inaugural Committee released a list of donors over the weekend of people and organizations who contributed money to fund inaugural activities. While it is unclear exactly how much each company donated, they were on the list reserved for contributions over $200. But many are voicing their their concern over Biden's apparent relationship with Silicon Valley, fearing these hires will give the industry a bigger voice in D.C.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi gets defensive in her 60 Minutes interview over her role in holding up a second round of stimulus checks. Over the weekend, Pelosi was confronted by CBS reporter Leslie Stahl over the delayed rollout of the checks, which came 8 months after the first round. Pelosi tried to blame House Republicans, trying to paint them as, quote, obstructionists. She claims Democrats held their ground to show more respect for our heroes, including police, healthcare workers, and teachers.
What about the COVID relief package?
Yeah.
That was held up for 8 months.
No. But that was their obstruction. I understand this.
Well, wait.
But their obstruction.
Yours too.
Their obstruction.
No, yours too. Takes
No, it
2
wasn't
years.
obstruction.
You
No, but-
held out for 8 months.
No.
Stahl was highlighting Democrat losses in the House, alleging some Americans may have seen Democrats as unwilling to compromise.